Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Tournament action. We have a Group F match. It's Paranoia and sharky2107. Fine competitors are both looking for their first win in the tournament, vying for a second place finish group. Pro-A007, very happy to be joining you here today, and joining fresh off of his exciting wins yesterday, Claris.com. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Pro, and hello, everybody. Should be a pretty good matchup here today, and we'll see how this goes in our first race, the Flags 1 race.
Yeah, so with the world order and the levels largely vanilla, world order vanilla and the levels largely vanilla, this is interesting to see how their Warpless and Hundo skills translate here.
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of randomization other than the world shuffle, and hopefully we'll get them started here.
Yeah, flags have been dropped. Flag is dropped. So with everything largely vanilla, but everything inside the levels being randomized, we'll see how much situational play they get out of this, and how nasty some of the worlds are. Because while levels are largely vanilla, the worlds will be the forts can be randomized, as we're seeing right here with 2 forts right off the bat, and we're gonna have to play both of them.
Yeah, it looks like that's in the way. It also looks like 1-6 is going to be the stage that's going to get kicked out.
We'll see what fort they get. Okay, so they got a raccoon tail, so they already know that this is not going to be a pet fort. Ooh, Sharky, it's an out.
And Paranoia going to get the anchor. It's going to be RNG.
Right. So 5F2 pops up. So that means 1-6 is going to end up in World 5.
And we'll cross their bridge when we get there, but there should be 2 6 cards in World 5. Sharky showing us that the lock to the right was the one that got popped, of course, because the World 1 Fortress can't be logically in the way. And he's going to get to 5.
Yeah, logic assumes that you're always going for the item, even if you actually can't at the game, because that sometimes does happen. But logic assumes you're going to always go for it. Although we have seen situations where it's actually faster to beat the fort normally than go for the item, depending on where it is on the map.
It can create a interesting pathing choice, especially in Worlds 2, 7, even 6.
To a point, yeah. Sharky is going to make a quick pit stop for an item, gets a lead.
Especially early on, if you're going to be worried or concerned about grabbing some items off the bat, hitting a Toad House World 1 is not a bad idea.
Right. Yeah, especially in Tourney Flags 2 and Bracket later, because you can get some nasty spots.
Paranoia taking a hit to pretty much the default rando set for 1-4 of Fire Snake's Fire Trumps, but he makes it through, and he's going to get closer to that airship and finds out the anchor is a frog.
Well, of course it is. Uh-oh, that's not good. Double Fire Bros strike again.
Thankfully, with the movement there, he gets a different arena. It's the desert arena, but he misses the jump and takes another death.
No surprise here, he's going for said Mushroom House. Gets a Fire Flower. Oh, there we go.
Sharky finishing up his 1-4. No! Takes the fireball.
Sharky got a little boxed in there, and by his own movement, That definitely cost him.
And one of the worst things you can do there at the end of 1-4 is overshoot the pipe and have to deal with both spots.
So, World 1 airship as anticipated, while the forts are going to be vanilla, the characteristics of the Koopa Kids are randomized. A normal... a normal 3-hit Larry.
He was attempting the fire kill there, but just got a little too close and started the jump.
Frog suit for Sharky. Well, actually, this is first, but the
water arena is just one of the more nastier setups for a lot of Hammer Bros.
Yeah.
First sighting of Boss Bass here in the quicksand level. Paranoia. Gonna try to outrun.
Yeah. This is a popular level for Boss Bass to appear. Hype setup actually is pretty favorable to our runners here. They get to skip most of World 2.
Yeah, lock is in the way of the airship, but this is a 1-4-2, so no worried about an extra.
Paranoia loses his Fire Mario and then Big Mario. Fire kill on Boom Boom here.
Sharky is just about 2 stages behind. He just gets into his World 2.
Uh-oh.
First big gulp of the day. Paranoia into the matching game. Finds an early 20 set.
Oh, he got it again.
Just cannot clear the quicksand there and just slows him down enough for the Boss Bass to eat.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sharky is kind of getting a little tilted here. Ooh, Paranoia missing out on,
He falls through, catches, thankfully, a star of the power-up box to just avoid the angry side.
Boy, Sharky is having a whale of a time with Boss Bass. No, I think they did that on purpose, just gonna reset on live. But
yeah, intentional game over there. It just, just calm down a little bit, reset your lives. You're not losing any stages from it. Just get right back.
the only thing he is losing, though, is he does miss out on the end card that he would have gotten after said stage. Five-hit Morton there. Para, and he's out at 747.
2 Koopa Kids, 2 normal jumpers. We haven't seen either of the earthquakes hit yet.
Right.
Sharky did make it through the quicksand stage. He sees the map set up on the middle screen here and into 2.
Groucho Marx for Paranoia. Okay, so we've got 2 forts an invisible lock, 2 pipes. Ooh, we got 3 fort. This is a 3 fort World 3. So we will have to play 3-3, home of Boss Bass, Vanilla, but not here in Rando today.
Taking a vacation there. Looks like it's going to be either 3-2 or 3-8 for the swamp, but Paranoia making his way through 3-3, right?
Yeah. Sharky having no trouble in 2 fort. Chad pointing out that the 20 coin game gave 20 coins from the end card game gave Sharky, not Sharky, Paranoia, excuse me, hammer suit. So choices. Paranoia here in World 3. Map's kind of dragging them all over the place. The only thing we can say for certain is there will not be a lock in front of Castle.
Yeah, the routing to Wendy is going to be clear. It's just a matter of which pipe is going to get you there.
Right.
6 pipes total, 3 sets of transitions. Just a matter of finding which one's going to get you.
Sharky opting to take a safer path with 2-1. Paranoia did not go for the item 3-7.
He kind of took a hit there right before the box, so he just had to finish the stage out.
So Paranoia knows where he has to go. Question getting there. Sharky picking up a hammer. That could speed up World 3 for him quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, Paranoia did not take that on route, so Sharky will be up a hammer.
He did get a hammer from the end card game, though.
And if that was the mushroom slot, then there will be 2 there.
Believe it was.
So 2 hammers and a hammer suit. I mean, we'll have endgame covered. We'll have some movement options in the later worlds. Pretty.
So on grab at 11:07 for Sharky. So he's about 3+ minutes behind, but he could make up quite a bit of time here if he opts to hammer on that lock by the pipe.
Paranoia in 3 Fortress 2, the underwater fort.
Affectionately known as H2O Fort.
As a player, it is nice to see 3 locks for 3 forts in this world, knowing that all you need to do is find the right.
Right. Sharky, looked like he was thinking about it, decides to play 3-3. See what his decision is after 3-3. Paranoia is on World 3 airship now. See if we get a thick Wendy or normal Wendy. Fire kill, unfortunately, and it is a normal Wendy. Tough Wendy.
4 hits?
12:43 for Paranoia. See if Sharky... I think Sharky... Oh, no, he didn't. Sharky, unfortunately, is going to play this through, and that's hurt. Looks like he is going to go try for the item, though, in 3-7.
We are early enough to see taking the item is not going to be too big of a deal. Now, actually, he's going to walk.
Interesting. Well, in his case, it's probably a good idea because he's already taken a game over here.
This should be Sharky's first attempt at the card game.
Yes, it is. Double Fire Bros away. Cloud Paranoia off the Double Fire Bros. Clouds have a particular value here. Randomizer. Because you know what levels are what, by and large, skip some of the nastier ones with advanced knowledge. So 5-3, 5-9, 6-5, 6, 7-5, those really long levels.
Yeah, the tactical advantage just goes up here in Flags 1, just because of that advanced knowledge.
Right. Whereas in Flags 2 and Bracket, it's a little more situational. You usually have to take 100 fine.
Paranoia, just the nice, easy, quick 4 already to the...
Yeah, he's only had to play one level and one Hammer Bro to get to the finish. Sharky used Fire Mario to take care of Boom Boom. So we're gonna have vanilla thick Koopas here.
Yeah, not a regular occurrence for Flags 1, but as we will see it here.
Sharky having a lot of trouble with ice physics. Takes a death to the Double Fire Bros. Now he's just gonna have to sit this one out and carry on.
Sharky does find the right pipe. He'll enter 3 airship small.
I'll have to ask them about that later, because they could have actually skipped 3 levels if they had hammer, but ooh, there's 5-3. This is not a level you necessarily want to see.
No, it is particularly long, and if the wrong enemy set, this could just be a pain in.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that regard. It's about it takes about 40 seconds, even with a really good enemy pattern.
Yeah, we're starting to actually see runners actually cloud this one actively in groups 1.
Yeah, group 1. I think in all Flags, really, if you get it and you have an extra cloud, it's like, well, I don't want to play this. Sharky took care of business with Wendy. He 16-16, so he still remains about 3 minutes behind right now.
It's going to look a little distended just because of how short 4 is, but he will get into World 5, probably while Paranoia is still in.
Good job cleaning up the card here. There it is. A couple of 1-ups on the flowers to finish it off. Okay, well... Actually, yeah, you see, he still could have clouded. Oh, he's gonna cloud the fort, knowing full well that, yep, good move by Paranoia there, clouding the fort because he knows this is only a 1-fort world. Oh, Sharky got bodied by the giant Goomba 4-3. So... he's gambling on the other fort being the one that's going to create the bridge, and unfortunately we know that's not correct. Interesting, it's an odd gamble. You don't normally see this. Usually you go with the path of least resistance, so to speak. But you don't see many runners try that strat.
Well, the challenges he's been presented with in the seed have kind of probably led him down the path where he's just thinking, as troll as possible, I might as well do the long route.
Yeah. Fortunately, he's having a wait. Oh, Paranoia mistimed his jump, takes a death in 5-5.
He probably could have cleared that with his momentum, but he just didn't think that he would be able to make it, so he tried to check up, and unfortunately just went right there.
We've all done that. It's one of those things.
Yeah, Dustman, to answer your question, yes, forward steals are possible. An early numbered world can take a fortress from a late numbered world. It's very rare, actually, but it can.
Yeah, it's possible, but unlikely. Sharky continuing to struggle with 4-3. And, these Koopa... Oh.
We didn't have a one-hit Koopa Kid, did we?
No, maybe Paranoia... Weird.
This could be an effect steal. Sometimes the randomization does actually give it to Lemmy, even though we know he can't.
Yeah, okay. Makes... Yes, 1939 for Paranoia, finishing World 5. So, quick background on the runners. Both of them are 0-2 in group play. Everyone except me is nobody else has scheduled matches except with all three of the competitors. These two and Leslie Pro 04 are 0-2 at this stage, so they are effectively playing for second Group F, who will move on to the bracket.
And we did have 11 groups of 4, and top 2 advance out of every group, so...
Right.
Pro locked down the first place position. We're just figuring out who gets the other transfer spot to the brackets.
Shark trying to get that Fire Flower quite work.
Sharky just being an unfortunate victim to the route here, playing this 4-6.
Yeah. Oh, and he got bodied by the green Koopa.
Last spawn in the stage. Oh no.
Yeah. Now we got pipe checks for Paranoia in World 6.
3 of the 4 pipes being here on the first screen. We know it's rock pipe now. He's going to utilize a hammer to push himself over.
Oh, yeah. So... 1-4...
We never did realize what the steal effect was from 3-8, so it's probably here in 6. This might be a 2-4.
I think so. It looks that way based on the map. So Paranoia is going to play 6-9, not go for the clip.
It is much quicker to wall clip or P-wing over 6-9, but the stage itself is not terribly long if you can route it.
Yeah, it's not so bad.
As per say a 6, like a 6-6 where you have to go in, it's pain.
Sharky is going to play 4F2. Terrible answer, about 30 seconds. To answer something in chat, yes. This is a double blind. This is a blind run because it's randomizer. You're not allowed to see what the other player is doing. Ooh, Sharky found the door by mistake.
Thankfully, you can just freely go in and out, so
yeah.
No loss, no gain.
Lemmy here, and is that 2 hits?
Yes, it was 2 hits, so Paranoia will move on to World 7.
World 7 can be really good or really trolly. Sharky's like, oh, really? Really, game? All that suffering and this is what I get? Sharky, I think, made a mistake there. He should have gone for the bottom one first. Oh!
Yeah, thankfully he had enough time left on the star to get the kill there, but
Barely.
yeah, the unfortunate realization that you just went to the wrong place. It's never a fun thought process there.
Okay, so lock in front does suggest this is, yep, this is a free pass for Paranoia. He's got clouds. Uh-oh. I think he burned one too many. Burned it too early. Uh-oh.
Oh, and 7-5.
With Boss Bass.
Alright, so, with a Boss Bass here, you really want to try to exert spawn control if you want. If you need to, try to keep him on the screen above or below you as you're progressing through sub.
Right. Sharky's down to his last life. He could take a second game over here if he's not careful.
Now that he knows the route in 4, it would not be too big a deal. I mean, he would not have to go back and do the stages. There's not really much of a reason to go back over.
Right. Paranoia got the wrong pipe there. I think he's going for the items. I don't know if he's going for the item spawn or not. It's not a bad idea. Okay, no, he is. Wouldn't be a bad idea to...
Yeah, he could. There is a 1 in 3 chance that that's a raccoon leaf, and he could try to skip his way over and around.
For a level like 7-5, you take whatever you can get. Sure.
Yeah, whether that's by clips or by tail swipes and flyovers.
On the other hand, this as far as enemy placements, this isn't too bad actually. As far as the enemy pool he drew, no nippers or anything like that.
Yeah, no nippers, no angry sun. I mean, really, the boss bass is the worst part. But if you can keep him screen controlled, it will not be too big.
Cheap can be worse in his own way, just because he's. Oh no! I was afraid of that.
Miss one jump and it all goes out. And of course, he has to redo this fortress that he clouded over.
And did not opt for the P-Wing. That is going to hurt him.
Yeah, well, you don't know if it's 7F1 or 7F2. He went for thinking it was 7F2. It turned out to be 1. It's not too big of a problem. He's just going to lose some time.
Right, yeah, and he gets the flying ability anyways, so that'll be helpful in 7.5, as you say. It'll allow him to skip large chunks of the route.
Yeah, this Tanuki suit is a sanity check on the game. It has to be here because you need a way to progress to the stage if you do not come in with.
Right. Sharky, yes, realizing it's 5-3, he's like, nope, I don't want any part of this. Or I think that was also an intentional game over. Double protest.
Alright, Paranoia back into 7-5, this time with a tail. Let's see if he takes a Koopa Shell with him. He could try to tail whip, he could try a Koopa Shell.
He's got to hurry now, because...
Yeah, the timer on this is about 4.5, 5 seconds.
One advantage just evaporated, so now he's got to be careful. Go with Fire Mario here.
And this will give Sharky a chance to catch up. I mean, it was a pretty big lead to start with, and I don't expect a lead change to happen here, but Paranoia is giving the opportunities.
He was 11 minutes up World 4, so yeah, he's in pretty good shape, but this is not this is a long level, and those live losses will add up.
Thankfully, Paranoia is still in double digits when it comes to lives, so there's no they're not really a big throw of the game over right now.
Oh boy. Oh, Sharky got caught.
Oh, the fireball snipe.
This one I just plowed. He's got a couple of them. Shame in using them. Well, he may not see it as an advantageous thing to do.
Gonna go in this with a star this time.
That'll get him through the opening section, but oh boy.
Still okay. Ice block there. There we go.
Careful. Okay. He's got some breathing room now. He should be okay.
And now he's got elevation, so should be okay now. Never said.
Boss Pass is a cruel mistress. Oh, Sharky got caught again.
Paranoia has made it through 7-5. Into the second Piranha stage. 2 of the 4 stages that are not randomized here. Sky Tower in 5 has to be in 5, and Bowser's Castle, of course, because you gotta save the princess.
Is that what this whole point is?
At the end of the day, yes.
Yeah.
Let's get a hammer out of that second Piranha.
Not bad, although hammers kind of have limited value in World 8. It's if you get it right, you probably make some progress, but it's really map dependent.
Yeah, there's a chance that hammers could actually be a hindrance depending on the lock or bridge setup.
Right. Potentially skipping levels good, but it could lead you accidentally farther away from your true answer is. Sharky is finally done with 5-3, much fighting relief. Thick Ludwig.
Four hit earthquakes.
About a 30-50 for Paranoia, so he's looking at about a sub 40 right now.
Sharky forgetting to jump there? Got clipped by the rotor?
Might have, yeah. Good news is he gets an extra life if he makes the midway point of this fort every time. Little James Bond quote there from Bowser.
In Rando, you do get an item out of the World 7 postcard. You do actually have to go check your menu to see what it is.
Right. So, oh, Sharky. I don't think he's familiar with that strat. If you just run off the edge of the platform and then grab the, you'll make it on there. He got a little ahead of himself there. Close. He's not going to go for the one cycle here. There's a chance at a star kill.
It is hard to time this, especially coming out of the spikes, but he might be able to.
Just a little short.
We're seeing a new delay strat where you burn the P switch counter a little bit and then grab the star and then go for the...
So that was a mandatory, that was likely a mandatory fort. So we have 3 pipe checks now. What's it going to be? Okay.
Finds dark screen, sees one of the tank sprites and the Air Force sprite.
Hammer suit. Second pipe leads nowhere. I think that was actually the Navy. Right?
Yeah, that was the Navy sprite, yeah.
Shark 5-8 now. Okay, so the 2 of the 3... Okay, that's actually a good draw for Paranoia there.
Paragoomba in the way. Sharky, unfortunately, gonna Gonna lose a life.
Take all the coins here, give himself an extra life. There's an extra life here.
And 168 coins in a coin ship, plus the 1-up at the end.
Oh, Sharky. Oh, Sharky. Just
Bad tube sock placement there.
Yeah.
Paranoia with a runoff on the 8-2 hill.
And we've all been there. P-Wing 8-2. Not a bad idea, especially if he knows he doesn't have to play 8-1.
Chainless Shop doing the run over there. Sharky looking for his time to descend to get into the pipe. Takes a hit, but it makes it through.
Alright. Got 5-5 to play after this. They've, considering Cloud there, decided not to.
5-5 is not a terribly long stage, as Paranoia finds the right.
Paranoia has got it. It was 2 bridges, but he found the right one. Looking for a another item, didn't get it, so nice replenishment on lives. Play the World 5 airship. Paranoia decides to do with the routing.
Clip attempt first, and just going to commit to top route.
Fireballs. There's 2 up front. Another. Ooh, that's a nice gap jump there.
Good spacing on that.
Taking a death there to Roy. Down goes Bowser and 5 hammer hits.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs out for It's Paranoia. Gonna win the Flags 1 race here.
Rue with an official SRL time of 36:11. GG to Paranoia. On the board with a win. Okay, I call shenanigans on that jump by Shark.
Our boy Roy with the funky hitbox. Especially with him having normal jumps. It just...
Might have actually been a high jumper. If that happened, that would explain that.
Yeah, it would be high jumps into space jumps after the second hit.
Yep. It's like he's gonna try his luck with the hammer bros with an item to give him prize here.
Yeah, the power up at 5 airship is just a star, so if you can find something here in P-Wing, it should help him out.
And he might also go for the mushroom house. Yep.
Let me get audio switched over here.
He is going to use leaf mushroom house. So, Paranoia only played 1 fort, I believe, and that fort, of course, played at 8 fort, and I think that was it, so 8 fort was the answer.
It was a 2-bridge setup, but the pipes were split, so that if you entered that right pipe, you only needed to do Zorn, to answer your question, Sharky can take a forfeit. However, for the purposes of timing and for tie breaks, the run would be counted as 2 full hours.
Yes, there will be another race after this one. Unless said otherwise, every race you see will be a two races, because each competitor has to play each other twice. Once under Tourney Flag 1 setting, and once under Tourney Flags 2 setting.
Sharky, you can try to go for the star kill. Unfortunately, he misses the door.
Oh my god, that's just awful.
Robo disked.
Yep. Completely, that's just rough. Good news is, World 6 is actually pretty fast. Answer Willard's question. The flag differences are largely, Turning Flags 2 is going to shuffle World, Order, and Levels, so World 1 could have a bunch of World 7 stages.
Yeah, things like Fort Shuffle, boss hit points, item randomization, Hammer Bros, those are going to stay the same. Primarily, it's just going to be full World Shuffle is turned on, full Stage Shuffle is turned on, and then we're going to add and replace the lost levels, the beta stage.
Right, yeah, we have 9 lost levels in the game, and those are thrown into the rotation. I think he just picked up Hammer there off of... He's got the card running for him.
Sharky up to 3 hammers. He'll eventually figure out that rock pipe is the one that's needed to move to progress.
Uh-oh, that's bad. He hesitated and paid very dearly for that.
Yeah, it's 50-50 whether they jump or stay put, and you never like to see them split their move. Much better arena on that one. It gets the World 1 grass arena, and there's only 1 sludge spawn.
Play the... See, okay, he's gonna burn his hammer here. He's gonna cloud 6-9.
And good decision, nothing's blocking the castle, and into the World 6 airship.
Well, I'm sure he's relieved, because that was hardly a guarantee.
Sharky gonna try a manual fly over the mast here. He's gonna have the angle.
Yeah, so a good World 6 airship, good World 6 overall for Sharky, who has struggled mightily with his execution today. A lot of missed jumps, a lot of fortunate circumstances, but takes care of business here at 42.55. Well, we have a kind of a slight break in action count. We've had 18 of the 44 players finish so far. Sharky's got hammers. You really used.
Yeah, we didn't get to take a look at that first pipe there, and Paranoia just hit the lock and moved on.
What it is, he's gonna try his luck here, and he can't warded. He's got 2 clouds. I would highly recommend using them.
Could have used the star there. He's gonna go in with large Mario.
Be okay. So we welcome our raiding party of SpeedGaming 3. I believe they were playing. They were playing Mega Man 9. Link, Bombchu, yeah, the levels that were incomplete but in the code were included. What Fred, the creator of the Rando, did is he created sort of bridges that made them actually completable. In their current state, they actually weren't. But now they are. For a while, it was 8 beta stages, but with version 1.3, yeah, as Clara said, a 9th found and added into the rotation, a 1.6 beta. Oh boy. Tried to go for the fire kill, did not get it. Now he's got to be really careful, and he gets popped.
Didn't get into stun lock there, but unfortunately, the wand did him in.
Yeah, at the very end, yeah, I think he got stun locked and boxed in.
Gonna try this second time here with P-Wing.
As long as he stays above the fray, he should be fine, because he's not going to be, Ludwig's not going to be jumping all over the place.
That's one of the benefits of having Earthquake property in some of these fights. You know they're going to stay in the arena. They're not going to leave, or in the case of Ludwig or Roy, get Space Jump property and go crazy.
Uh-oh, that's bad. Okay. Okay, he's got it.
Yeah, good recovery jump there to get the 3rd hit on.
Pretty good World 7 compared to Paranoia. Paranoia had a whale of a time with 7.5. Paranoia is right. We could say he had a boss bass of a time, yes. So we know 8 Fort is the fort that will get him to the finish line. Question how long it's going to take him to get there. Avoided the fire flower power up at the start there. Take the leave. Did anyone get nommed? Both of them, more than once.
Yeah, Sharky's problem was the quick stand stage in 2, and then Paranoia just found 7.5 boss bass, and it was Nom City.
Yeah. Yeah, there was, I think, at least 3 on both sides.
And unfortunately, Sharky took a game over because of the 2 quicksand issues. Sharky gonna go for swag clip. Things you can't do in All-Stars, right there.
Well, they won't get the orb on Boom Boom. He is able to take care of him. Finish the job. first pipe really led straight into a lock.
And actually, I think there was another lock on the other side over by where 8 Fort would be in vanilla.
Yeah. Sharky sees that pipe, so... Yes, answer Link Bond question. Yes. The fireball pattern, top and bottom route have been randomized. That was one of the biggest changes to 1.3, was shuffling up the fireball pattern and adding a level of drama to what was otherwise a fairly staid finish.
And even that has a little bit of randomization too, because there's a possibility for a third laser between the sets, and even up to 9 or even 10 fireballs, depending on spawn position.
Right.
I think at minimum it's 2 lasers and 8 fireballs, and at maximum I think it's 3 and 10 to be split between top and bottom round.
Right. The final the laser at the bottom, I don't think... Well, it's never done it for me, and I've done about 30 or 40 runs. It has?
It can. Yeah, both final statues can do it, and you can also get the 2 lasers set very early.
Ooh.
Or spaced out.
Sharky
Have not seen all 3 on a single route, though.
Sharky got popped there by super tanks. Ooh. Sharky losing Fire Mario there at the end. That broke one of the locks up top.
Grab my hand here. It's going to be Cheap Cheeps. The hand stage prize is going to be the same throughout all 3 hand stages in AC. It's going to be hammer suits for this
one. He's got no shortage of those, at least.
I think that's the pipe.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the back pipe, but unfortunately he forgot that Sharky's getting all twisted around now. He doesn't know where he's going.
Like 7, it is easy to lose your way. Yep, because 8-2 is in route.
I think he's figured it out, actually. I think he knows that this is the correct pipe. 8-2 is going to take him where he needs to go. Paranoia had a little trouble in 8-2 as well, sliding off the edge there on the bottom first time around. Which we have all done at one time or another. It's kind of easy, especially if you see something that like jumps in front of you at the last second.
It's not a big window to hit the jump normally, but if you see something in that spawn point, sometimes you want to pull up, or even if you do a runoff, you make contact.
Sharky has found his path to Bowser. He is not going to use hammer suits.
That might have been intentional.
That's a really, that's not a smart intentional. That's down to 0 lives. So, luckily, if anything goes wrong, he's almost certainly going to get that extra life. Appreciate swag, but not at the expense of taking a game over.
He would have to do 8-2 again, but yeah, at least he knows the round.
Yeah.
He does also have a backup hammer suit just in case.
Got a couple of them.
I'm going to commit the bottom here. It is a tough jump back up with the donut lift out.
Not impossible, but it's a fairly tight window of movement. Nice. Whoa.
Let's see the leftovers from top route here on bottom.
Given what we saw up top, might be about as nasty over there. There's 2 fireballs up front. Oh no! I knew he. As soon as he jumped, I was like, "Oh god, that's bad."
Still not enough momentum on that jump, and we've already seen 3 fireballs.
Yeah.
As long as he grabs the one up from every man, he can do this perpetually. He would just have to worry about his power up.
We just lost it. Oh. We almost got popped by the drunk Hotfoot.
At this point, I mean, if you can take top, but he might commit back to bottom because of the 2 power-up chances.
Yeah. Missed out on his 1-up, so he has 0 margin for error now.
One in 3 here. It's going to be star, leaf, or flower. He gets a leaf. Just has to worry about this double coming up, and it should be all right for the rest.
Lost that. Okay, he's through, so now to the finish.
It's going to be duck strats to win here.
All right.
This is a vanilla strat. His hitbox is the top of his head.
Yep. And he's through. So Sharky finished it off.
Get those GGs out. Much respect for sticking with it and getting to a finish. sharky2107 going to come in with an official SRL time of 57 minutes and 4 seconds. GG.
So we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to get ready for round 2 of this in a few minutes with Turning Flags 2.
Please stick with us.
All right, welcome back to the Mario Brothers 3 Randomizer Tournament. We are now about to play game 2 of 2 here. It's Paranoia and sharky2107. In spite of what that says, winner, Paranoia did win first game fairly easily by over 20 over sharky2107. Now we're going to play game 2 of 2 with Turning Flags 2 controls. Claris, why don't you explain what that's all about?
All right, big differences between our first race and the new race. World Shuffle is going to be on, so the first 7 worlds are going to come up in a random order. Could be vanilla. More than likely, it's going to be random. So if you guys want to drop off what world you want to see as first, please feel free to do so. Full stage shuffle is going to be on. So say we're on world 1, you could see a stage from any world like 7-4 or 6-2. Also, the lost levels, the beta stages, have been brought into the stage pool. There's up to 9 of them. They can kick out anything in the regular stage and get replaced. So it's really cool to see those.
Yeah, so we've already seen once in this tournament a vanilla world order. We start off with World 2.
And immediately 2 forts here.
Two forts, and we lead off with 5-5.
Both of our players trying to negotiate the fire snakes, the fire chomps. Paranoia taking a hit. Both players going to get there about the same.
Yeah. Paranoia finishing about a second behind Sharky as we go to the pyramid stage now. And oh boy, 7-1.
Watch our players try to get clipped. Sharky getting it. Second first try.
Paranoia on like his fourth or fifth try gets it.
We find our first fortress. It's a World 1 fort.
So this is kind of what I was alluding to in game one, where the playing this fort through is probably advantageous because good bet that it breaks the lock by that pipe.
Both players going to opt to take out Boom Boom here.
So Sharky's the first done with the fort. It does break the lock by the pipe. Oh, that's a free pass to the finish line.
Yep, gonna take a look at the screen scroll there to see what's going on, and yep, nice and clean.
So just a star for Sharky. Paranoia is not going to bother with the hammer, bro. To answer chat's question, yes, it is faster, but in the long term, that would have been a major mistake because the lock was protecting the pipe, and the pipe takes you to the finish. Generally, if you're just beating it from start to finish, yes, going for the item is faster, but in this case, it would have been a bad idea.
Yeah, it would have been 3 stages of penalty there.
Yeah, one of which being a fort, and the forts, who knows what it is. It's a one-hit Morton. Paranoia is out at 254.
Sharky getting a lift despawn there, so he's gonna wind up a little bit, make sure you clear that gap.
Ooh, almost went off the edge there.
Yeah, those lifts at the end there are really, really a bad sticking point if you don't have a flutter method or a flyover.
325 for Sharky, so about a cutscene difference. Now we're on to World 5. 5-9 is 5-7.
So yeah, we get the same world, different stage here, but 5-7 is not a bad one to negotiate.
Now, it's a French vanilla, so...
Paranoia into the World 2 Quicksand stage. Angry Sun in his normal default position.
Yeah, so... Yeah, this gave Sharky a lot of trouble in game 1.
Yeah, there was a boss bass in the Flags 1 race, and it just kept snacking on Sharky.
Yeah. So, first end card now on the board here. What do we got? No matches. Actually, 4 different tiles came up. Now we're on to World 8. We're on to 8th fort. Best fort in the game. Oh, Sharky. Not Sharky, Paranoia taking a death there.
Yeah, he was trying to get that mushroom, put a little too much momentum in it, ran right into a roto death.
Yeah, and he jumped in the wrong, he hit it in the wrong spot, so instead of turning left, it went the other direction.
Under normal circumstances in a 2-fort World 5, the tan fort is always going to build the bridge, and the blue fort will always break the lock. So we know this one's going to build a bridge.
Right. Just based on the way the map is set up, we already know that. So Paranoia, is he going to get the one cycle? Just missed it. He lost too much P-speed.
And he didn't have to take a hit, but he did slow himself down just a little too much.
Paranoia going for the swag strat, did not get it. It's like decided not to exactly Dust Minion. The layout dictates that it's got to be that. So both runners fairly close to one another in World 5. So now we're on to 5-2, which is 2-2.
Well, you're waiting out the P speed timer anyway. The P switch timer anyway. So it's just a little bit of sweat. If you're small or you have a star, not really, because you can just try to make your way over to Boom Boom. But in a case where you're big or you have fire, you're waiting the timer out.
Yeah. So about a one-stage difference between the runners right now as Paranoia finishes 2-2. He's going to go for the Hammer Bros, pick up a couple of items here. Music box.
And we're getting into a situation where the pipe and Sky Tower aren't going to connect with each other. So what route is going to be the better route?
Right, and good news is he gets a free check here once he's done. So he'll check the pipe. If that leads him close, he'll do that. If it doesn't, he'll play the tower.
And it is equidistant.
Yep. Yeah, so negligible, so he's just going to carry on and play 4-4.
Gonna go for swim route here. Takes an early hit, but recollects his large Mario stat.
Right. So Paranoia, trying to keep Lakitu in visual range while he does this.
Sharky just gonna be right behind him in the stage.
Sharky trying to lure Lakitu over, couldn't quite get him to bite, so we'll just carry on.
5-3 tile hiding 6-8.
Yeah. Level where you can get some really interesting enemy patterns, enemy draws, because it seems like it can be just about anything.
Trying to go for the power up here. There we go.
Fortunately, took a couple of hits along the way, so not really sure how worth it was, but... Excuse me.
The star will make it out, and of course, shoutouts to H.
Good old H. How did Para get in front? Just, I think, slightly better execution overall throughout. So we got the World 6 airship now. Oh, Sharky getting caught by Koopa Troopa.
Gonna go over here for this Sledge Bro. Try to get a power up.
Alright, so we got a thick, bouncy Roy. Hammer for Sharky. Paranoia didn't get it, I don't believe. $9.51 for Paranoia. So a long world 5 there for Paranoia.
Yeah, I remember Paranoia doing the 2 on the bottom, but I don't remember him picking up the 1 up here on Sky side.
I don't think he did. So that could hurt him. Because hammers are particularly valuable because they break locks and boulders. So we got Vanilla World 3 now.
And the appearance of the 310 card. This is only a 1-4.
Right. There it is. So I'm a little surprised because I thought Paranoia might go for the hammer bro in that pipe in the 3-5 tile.
Gonna take it a little slow here, try to keep his power up.
So, oh, Paranoia taking a death there. Sharky.
Just trying to trigger him early and instead just a little too light on the jump.
Sharky takes care of business at 11:09. Paranoia missed the jump the first time and gets hit trying to go through the second time. Alright, so let's see how Sharky plays this.
There is a pipe directly behind the lock, and from a routing standpoint, that might be the way out, but that's to be
could be. I don't know. Oh, Sharky's going for the end card. Okay. So is Paranoia for that matter. To answer chat's question, in a little under 4 hours from now, we will have a race between Ace of Arrows and Prior 57, a Group K match, I believe. Sharky is going to check the pipe now and see if the fort is required or not. He gets through the door. Yes, it is, unless he wants to burn that hammer. Sharky. Oh, a little 3 hours. It's less than 3 hours from now, sorry. 3 hours. Sharky really thinking this through, and finally I think has realized that it's not worth burning the hammer on this. Paranoia takes care of a fairly weak Wendy to get 1325 wand grab.
With that 1 fort 3, we're back to even on the fort count. And was that the World 3?
Oh, it was the World 1 airship.
Alright, thanks.
So another James Bond quote for us, our second so far today. Okay, so we got 2 forts for sure in World 1. We already know this is going to break the lock in front of that fort 1/6 location. So
And 3 fort 2.
pretty. Sharky is going to go and get that mushroom. A little bit of breathing room with Wendy, because we all know how trolly Wendy can be.
Yeah, no matter what the setup, Wendy usually is a pain for most players. Needing the hit protection there, gets it down. Paranoia going to take top route here in 2-4.
2-4 is one of those stages, not one you necessarily want to see early because the hammer bro's really nasty.
If you have the proper setup, if you have a flight method and you get into it, taking top route here is not a bad.
It's slower overall, but it is safer. So Sharky remains about 90 seconds behind Paranoia right now. It's about a 2-stage gap at this point.
It looks like he's going to angle to use his hammer here.
Not sure about the wisdom of that, but okay. Gotta use it at some point. Can't not use it.
Paranoia finds the World 5 airship.
Frog strats for everybody. Fortunately, it takes a 100 coin fine for that. $17 for Paranoia through 4 worlds, so... Monty Python quote for Paranoia. Now we're on to World 6. We already see 2 forts up front. No lock anywhere. Oh! Paranoia finds Fort Knox.
He's going to have to do the full 7F1 here.
Unless he takes a... Could take a 100 coin fine and give himself another shot. If he's got a P-Wing or a tail, that would be a more expedient route. Because doing this level normally takes over a minute. Definitely one of the stages you do not want to see first up in Tourney Flags 2 or Bracket. And not because it's hard, just because it takes so long.
Sharky finishes up his 3F2. Gonna run into an end card game.
I believe Paranoia did use a cloud here, so we didn't see this.
For Fortress 1.
Another stage that gave Sharky a lot of trouble in Game 1. He had a couple of deaths here.
Paranoia gonna run through this card.
Nicely done there. We'll see if he got a cloud out of it, but doesn't look like he got a whole lot else. And oh boy.
7-9 with a boss basket and is gonna take the nom there. And I'm just gonna opt to skip it and move on. 6 Fortress 2.
Got to be a little careful here with his platforming, but should be fine from this point on. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a matter of checking the spawns and seeing if the underflying is going to work the whole way through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, an intentional boss bass death there, but 6F2 is one of those forts where it could be... He could easily backfire on him.
A little extended
Hammer
break
bro.
here with the hammer shuffling.
Bros have an extended group hug there or something. Sharky gets his wand at 1951, so he lost a couple of minutes there on Paranoia. We got a 3-fort World 6, and all 3 of the forts up front. That's interesting. Does he have a hammer, though?
Yeah, Paranoia doesn't. Sharky might actually use this hammer here.
But only better. Yeah, this is like perfect opportunity.
He could have used it in 1. He opted not to. This looks to be a very good place to do it.
Play a couple of levels to actually take full advantage of it, though.
Sharky gonna start with 741 like Paranoia did.
Sharky, I think, forgot that, yeah, that first item box will never create a lead. Would be nice, but no.
Thankfully, he only has to do half of the route here.
Yeah, Paranoia had to do the whole thing. There's a hammer for Paranoia. He'd be making a quick turnaround like now.
Yep, here it comes.
Even if it could only even skip one level, but it's absolutely worth a look at.
Yeah, you gotta shoot over to at least third screen.
Oh,
yep.
Oh yeah, that's a very good pipe for Paranoia, and now he's gone to the World 4 airship. If he gets Fire Mario here, that's a really easy fire kill on Lemmy.
Yeah, when it comes to the World 4 arena, Lemmy's going to be a little off-center where he normally is. Yep, he's going to be set in, so this makes for a very good fire kill.
Sharky, looks like he's going to play 7-9.
And he's just going to charge up P-speed and fly up and out.
He's got to get rid of some of these enemy sprites, though. He's got too many on screen.
Still too many.
Okay, there's too many on screen. He's got to get rid of somebody.
At this rate, he's probably better off just braving the boss bass one more time and flying up and around from the far left.
God. Sharky, trouble. Okay, there it is.
Paranoia into 1.
World 7 lead off. Ooh, Sharky just missing the gap jump.
Yeah, it's a weird interaction, but when you pick up an ice block, it does actually create an extra sprite on screen, and if you're already a little high or into lag, then sometimes you just won't be able to activate it.
Yeah, it really only happens, I think, in 7-9, but it is something.
6-5 can also, depending on the enemy set there, and that's sometimes kind of a pain when you're trying to get a runway cleared to make the egg.
Yeah. Oh yeah, not liking what he saw up front. He's gonna try the first Piranha stage. Not sure what Sharky was trying to do there. He got lucky. That could have easily backfired on him.
Tanuki suit out of the first Piranha stage.
Fire bro for Sharky. Sharky.
Oh, couldn't grab the star and pays for it with a fireball.
That was just flop.
Paranoia on Castle Island. The 7-1 tile is 8-2 with a boss bass, but hopefully that should be in line for when he respawns.
He's gotta be careful here, but yeah, he should be okay.
Yeah, he's trying to jump in the sand to adjust his position compared to the cheap.
You got it. Go for the item now. Left pipe. Does get a power up. That's
Ooh, slick from Paranoia there. Getting the contact hit to make it over the gap.
nicely done there. So he's got a hand. Does not have a hammer. Does he have a hammer? Yes, he does.
Yeah, he did pick him up one.
Okay, good. So Paranoia onto the World 2 airship.
Let's see this Ludwig fight. Nice and easy one-hitter quitter. And Paranoia will pick up Wand at 25-20.
Okay, so that third fort turned out to be unnecessary. It was blocking route to the other pipe off stage, so Sharky's going to have a little bit of a time here.
Paranoia.
Yes. So chat's asking for the reigning world. Yes, it is. Shark can go fire kill here on Lemmy.
Does have to adjust himself there. Lemmy will actually be able to be hit once he swings to the right.
Paranoia at 5F2.
Getting a star for the first half of this. Yeah, the hammer was from the fifth postcard. Yes, unfortunately, the fireball hit points for Boom Boom's, Koopa Kids, and Bowser himself are unchanged from vanilla.
So Paranoia is now in our brand new beta stage, the 1.6 beta.
This is the 9th beta stage that appeared with version 1.3 of the randomizer.
So Sharky got boxed in by the fireball Rana, so death. So, and actually that's our first lost level of the race today.
Yeah.
Having a little trouble with his ice physics. So it does their P-Wing. So this 4-7, this is a 1-fort world.
2-3 with a boss pass. Joy of joys.
Oh yes. Sharky is gonna follow the path. He's not gonna play the 3-4. I opted not to play. Sharky, I think, is playing the percentages here. He wants to get a block out of or oh, but he goes to the drink instead. Round
right, Paranoia. Oh no.
Oh, Paranoia gets gulp.
Sadly, he respawned him high enough on that pyramid. He was trying to bait him to jump down a little bit, but no, ends up getting the big gulp.
Sharky taking advantage of one little known fact about this game is the little plants, I don't know what they are called, but they do not stop spawning while the game spawns.
Yeah, munchers are weirdly an environmental effect that has a hitbox when they're active. So yeah, that's the reason why they actually persist through pause.
So, a nice little bit there, and Sharky has found his way through to the end. Paranoia finishing off 3-9. We decided that any level beyond this could not be worse than 2-3, and he was right. Yeah, he probably did not want to do that, but did it anyway. Final airship, World 3.
Yeah, he was at 3 lives. I mean, you get yourself above 5. Some players like to be in double digits. Some players like to keep it around the 5.
take a safe jump over gap there and finishes 8-2.
Iggy Earthquaker here on a nice flat arena.
30-40 for Paranoia. 1 to go. Sharky about a full world behind right now.
Yeah, if you guys in chat want to guess how many bridges there might be, 1 to 4. I mean, 4 is statistically impossible, but you never know. We could get the magic seed.
0 also in play.
Oh yeah, for about 0.
We got 0.
Include 0.
0 is possible. If you listen to Hacksaw, it always happens to him. 2 forts up front, and we got a vanilla navy. Fred?
Dear Mr. Coughlin, please fix the randomization.
Thought we agreed. No more navy. No more vanilla forts. The navy where Proy loves to sing for us in the navy. No, he does not. Here's a Simpson reference. Yvonne et Niage.
Oh. 2 forts here on the start screen, and Paranoia is going to go into the fort tile and find 6F3.
Well, Mew, it didn't happen in this sea, but of course it always happens flags 1. And LOZ is so happy he's got his World 6 fort in World 8.
Sharky managing to make bottom route. There is that second power up over there, but unfortunately the fire snake was also right there chasing.
I can't believe he survived that.
Well, the extra iframes that he got helped him sneak along to get clear of the mess, and then made a pretty good note block jump to get over.
I guess, but man, okay, 1 bridge.
2 forts down already, 1 bridge to find, so there's 1 more lock somewhere here in World 8, and it's right there, right by 8.
So everything's on the hand bridge, it looks like. There's, speaking of hands.
We get another beta stage, 5-7 beta.
So congrats to all of you who guessed 1 correctly. Pipes and pipes and pipes.
Plenty of pipes on the left side of the dark screen.
Alright, well we found it. So... Okay, well that was Super Tanks at Air Force, that's better.
But French vanilla.
Yeah, French vanilla.
Now the thing is, if Super Tanks doesn't build the bridge, which tank sprite's going to be the correct one?
Yeah.
We already see the 8-2 tile in the way. If the first tank relative here is also a stage, that's going to be 2 more force stages.
Super Tanks, so he's gonna... All he has to do is check that spot on the map, and if it ends up being there, then he knows.
And we'll get the wind back here for Paranoia, and the answer is coming.
It is. So he's got to do. He's got to do 2 more, at least 2 more stages.
I don't know his cloud count. I think it's pretty close to 0, if not 0. So yeah, both of these are gonna be full.
Yeah. No clouds. So he's gonna P-wing this stage and another lost level. For a dearth of lost levels, we're getting all kinds of lost levels.
6-2 here. You get the 6-2 exit, so we call it 6-2 beta.
Sharky take death there. Actually, would be a bad place to use a cloud. Exactly what he's going to do.
Sharky gonna make his way over to the 3 airship.
8-1. Tank.
Looks the first power-up block finds a star. wow.
Oh, that's not fair. This is a P-wing stage for sure.
This is not a enemy setup you want to see anywhere near an 8-1.
Nice wand grab by Sharky, getting the wand off stage, so he's going to save about 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah, that's a Patui there with the spike ball. Paranoia has to be careful that Patui can still spit up.
Yes, in a little over 2 hours from now, Ace of Arrows will be playing Prior 57. 6F1 is the gatekeeper.
Sharky runs into the chocolate milk and takes a large cannonball.
Well, they always... Oh, and then he gets... Oof, got blown away.
He'll have to try Navy one more time. It's a fun P-speed strat if you can get it. There's a lot of short jumps involved to make sure you get on the right platforms.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun to do. Okay, so Paranoia has the correct answer. Now he's got to get back in time.
Well, that's usually because the auto scroll starts and then hides that one tile gap.
Paranoia has no interest in playing 6-2.
Thankfully, he only gets grabbed once.
No Macobra cycle for him.
Paranoia gonna bring a fire flower into Bowser's castle.
If he holds steady, he should break 40 here. Sharky got a weird enemy pattern. Paranoia losing fire, Mario.
Yeah, he stopped his jumps just one step early and took a rotodisc. Paranoia committing the top route here. The double laser up front.
Okay, well...
Yeah, not a wonderful double there at the end, but he does get through. Now it's just about positioning. Bowser's fireballs can clip into you if you're not positioned correctly, so you just gotta make sure he's pointed to the side you want him pointed to, and keep yourself.
One more jump, and that will do it for Paranoia. Almost had to do an extra jump because he turned Bowser around.
But everybody get your GGs out for It's Paranoia. Gonna finish up and win both races.
And he takes it with an official SRL time of 39:55. GG.
Sharky gonna try Super Tanks here to see if this is the correct one. We know it's not going to be, unfortunately. Just a Trolley World 8 level here. Just the layout was just not conducive to going fast. And everybody, welcome to the commentary booth, Paranoia. Hey, how you doing?
GG.
Taking the set here 2-0. That first seed was a doozy, and you did very good work getting yourself.
It was. My one regret was I keep forgetting that the stages will match their number. So if I'd been paying attention to Worlds at the end of World 7, I would have like, I'm going to do the Fortress and Cloud over 7 to 5. I didn't, and therefore Boss Bass got his snack.
Yeah, fortunately that ended up being the case. And, led to a very laborious World 7 for you. Took you over 7 minutes to do. Sharky got a little twisted around. I don't think he wants to play all those levels, but he has no choice. He has to go through with it. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, the one thing I was going to comment on from match 1 is both of you had a hammer, and as it turned out, because of the way and everything ended up breaking as far as the routing was concerned, you actually could have used that hammer on that one lock early and saved yourself about 3 or 4 levels.
In which world?
World 3. Where,
I don't think I had a hammer at that point.
you did, actually. Both of you did.
I should have looked at my inventory closer then.
Yeah, so that was like a kind of a missed opportunity for both of you. But other than that, I mean, yeah, the first seed wasn't bad. It was just long.
And the second seed had 8-1 way in a way of the last of the fortress you needed, and oh boy, a Patui right there.
Yeah, Sharky's going through it right now.
Yeah, poor Sharky.
Hasn't found the Patui yet, but when he does, I don't think he'll be very happy.
Well, he's got a star. Maybe he actually get rid of it. Okay, well, he got rid of it. Star. Fortunately, bullet bills.
Yeah, he got squeezed out there. Gonna take it intentional here. I believe he does have a P-Wing to give.
Oh, yeah. He's got 3 of them, so yeah, he'll be fine. I know, you did the same thing. It's like, nope, not doing this.
Yep. I went, no, I'm good. Thank you, 8-1. I'm fine.
Yeah, you can't make me do this.
Because what a joyous level.
Oh, yes.
Well, Paranoia, with this two game sweep, you do go to 2-2 in Group F. Puts you in a pretty decent position, seeing as Leslie hasn't got any of his other matches set up yet. Just yet.
Yeah. So Leslie is your only remaining opponent at this point. Any thoughts or what you're thinking could end up happening there?
I'm not quite sure what will go on. You can never quite tell if they seeds how they're going to go.
True.
Sharky gonna wind back for the fire flower here. Gonna go for a fire cone.
I will note the hammers going into World 7 and the one I got from that Hammer Row in World 6 were pretty serendipitous.
Yeah, for sure. We had commented on that as well, and actually at that point, I think Sharky had actually picked up an extra hammer somewhere, so that worked out pretty well for him.
Good news getting that fire flower. Just gonna use a star and come into castle.
Sharky all holds, is probably looking at about a 47 or so, which is actually in line with the times he got in 2 matches against me at a 47 and a 46. It's more representative of his skill level. I don't think the first match 57 was. I think he just got tilted because of the early deaths, so it got spiraled.
He'll stick to top route here.
Yep.
Top route was pretty tame.
Yeah. This time it was. Next time, however. Oh, Sharky missed his jump and takes a lava bath.
Just a bit too much on that one.
So he's do it again. Loses P-Wing, so he's gonna have to do this rest of the way normal.
A little bit of an overjump. First power up does have a fire flower, so at least he'll get a second chance at this.
He missed the P-speed jump, so he's tried again. Short
Yeah, might as well just go bottom here.
Yep. Based on what we know off top route, it's going to be about 4 or 5 fireballs. And, who knows what else.
I mean, we had 2 laser statues up there, so it might not be that bad down here.
Yeah, we might see the third laser, but other than that, it should be alright.
He's got a star, so that'll help.
So many Bowser statues.
Yep, 0 and 4.
Alright, so on to the finish. Sharky got a little twisted around and didn't get the setup right, so fortunately he's going to have to do this again. He's going to have to do this normally, but he should be fine.
Yep, gonna take a hit there to recenter himself.
Alright, that'll do it. Get out the GGs. Sharky2107.
It's gonna end with an official SRL time of 49 minutes, 19 seconds. GG to Shark. We'll see if he wants to come on in for an interview.
Yeah, so yeah, GG's to Sharky. Unfortunately, will fall to 0-4 here. See if he can scratch out a win in one of his final 2 matches against Leslie Pro 04. Made it a TBD as state. And again, a little over an hour from now, we will have, I believe, on channel, but we will have a prior 57 versus Ace of Arrows on SpeedGaming 2, and we welcome Sharky2107 into the chat.
That was, well, the first seed was me playing really bad. Ugh.
Yeah, Boss Bass, got in your head in the quicksand level and just kind of just couldn't catch a break. It's like,
Now, I did play. I feel like I did play much better in the second seed.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. And a couple of unfortunate deaths here or there. No, it was fairly close for about the first half, and then there were a couple of deaths here and there, and it did kind of widen the gap a bit. But no, yeah, far fewer of those unforced errors will in game 2 for sure.
yeah, I might be 0-4, but I just gotta stick it out and do the best I can.
Absolutely, that's all any of us can do. Just go out and show up and see what happens.
Yep, anything can happen. So,
Can and will. I mean, if you've seen any of the matches in this tournament, those watching, this has already been a pretty wacky tournament group play. So we've seen a lot of drama.
Yeah, by no means are you even mathematically eliminated yet, Sharky. I mean, you could win out, and if Leslie beats Paranoia both times, then all three of you could finish 2 and 4 and force a tiebreak. So
yeah,
keep plugging away, man.
yeah, that's my only hope right now. Leslie is a good random player, so which I've have gone against him. So
yeah. Leslie is a good player, but all it takes in any of these seeds, a terrible like 7-5 or something, or early 7-6 with no power-ups, and all of a sudden things get really interesting really fast.
Yeah. I'm surprised when I found 7-1 early on. It's like, oh, hi. And I'm kind of glad I got the clip second try.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that was very nice. And it was kind of like you did like a little half jump on that one too. It's like you just kind of flipped it and like flicked your wrist and like, oh, there it is.
I like to duck jump for it for some reason because I feel like I'm better at it.
Yeah, it's strictly a matter of comfort. So yeah, that worked out pretty well for you, and a couple other things early on worked out well, but just a lot of all those little things. Sometimes they add up.
Yeah, they do. I have fun playing these seeds.
Well, that's good.
I most wanted to quit the first one. It's like, you know what? No, I might as well finish it.
Yeah, for sure. So, any other final thoughts before we wrap this up today?
No, it's just GG's to Paranoia, so...
GG, Sharky. And I don't really have anything else to add, so...
That's about it for me, so...
All right. Yeah, for sure. So thanks, guys. And if you haven't done it already, give our runners a follow. They did a great job today, this Sunday afternoon. And if you're so inclined, give Claris and me a follow as well. We'd appreciate it. So thanks again for watching. Thanks as always to SpeedGaming for hosting us, and thanks to Claris for joining me on the comm today.
Thanks for co-comms, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, in 1 hour on SpeedGaming 2, we have a Group K match between Prior 57 and Ace of Arrows making his tournament debut. I believe he's actually the last player to play his first matches today. So for sure, give that a spin. It should be a very good match, I think. So thanks again for watching, and we will see you all again. Some of you probably in the next hour. I double check to see who's doing the mic for that. I believe it is Crazy Dude and Wolf. Yes, it is. So the Crazy Dude and Wolfman will be entertaining us all in less than an hour. So have a good day, everybody.
Good afternoon, everybody.